What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dueling Aces. Happy Thursday, Mike. How you doing, buddy?
Man, a weird Thursday. Doing pretty well, Wade. Appreciate you asking, man. It's just a weird Thursday, a 5-game slate. We're
Yeah,
both used to these small slates on Thursday, but there's usually, what, 7, 8, 9 games? There's not, only five's kind of, for me, slim pickings, only like one play. Decent day yesterday for me at 2-1. But yeah, man, just one of those weird days where it was a couple things I had in mind for props there. I'd made my own lines, and then of course the books price it exactly where I have, and so I just can't go against my numbers. But yeah, do like an under for the people here today. But what's going on in your world, man? You ready to attack this slate, even though it is
yeah. We
small?
needed to get yesterday back. Of course, we ended up giving out two futures for you, and then I ended up giving out three plays on the on the show yesterday, and all three lost. So
Oh, one of
one
those
of those
days.
bummer days. The two other plays that I gave out to VIP cashed, so ended up
Nice.
going
There you go.
2 and 3. Just gave out
Yeah,
too many plays yesterday. I had a quick thought for a second after my first two plays I gave out. I should just like stop for the day, and I didn't, and it bit us. So now we got to jump back in, and we got to get this back. It is a small slate. There are a couple things I like though. I was hoping I could come into today only having maybe one or two plays. I guess I could really stick there, but there's just some plays that I just like the data too much to pass on, and I think we should just keep riding these guys. So, without further ado, now obviously, I guess we need to recap yesterday. Our record has now moved to 81 and 48. We moved from 64% to 63% hit rate. So now we got to climb back up. It's still a fantastic hit rate either way. We really want that 65% hit rate, man. So we're gonna keep plugging away at that, and hopefully we can improve on that for today. I'm gonna start with my first play of the day. I'm actually I think most of our plays are gonna be in the same game. But I'm going to go with Reese Olson to go under 2.5 earned runs. I was able to get that for minus 115 earlier this morning. It's still pretty good price right now. Um, he's done pretty well against this lineup. The thing that I liked about him, he has cashed four straight games. He's hit zero in two of those games, and he actually has zero in five of his last eight starts. So he's been really locked in. Head to head against this roster, I really like. It's really hard. This is one of the reasons why it's hard for me to stay off this. He's allowed zero earned runs in his last three starts against them. Um, one of those starts he did only go 2 innings, but the other starts he went 6 and 6.1. I absolutely love the BVP against this lineup. That's another reason why it's really hard to kind of stay off of him this today, especially against a lineup who was ranked number one in pretty much every single category against right-handed pitchers the last 30 days. But against everybody in this lineup, the best hitter hits 250 off him. Kirk. Everybody else, Guerrero is .167. Bichette is .143. Everybody else is zero. They have no hits off of him. So I really like this look. There's nobody on this team has a OPS above 500 against him. He's been pretty good at home. Um, just not sure what not to like about Reese Olson. He's went over one time this season against Texas. He's has two other games against Kansas City and San Diego. Obviously, two struggling offenses that had zero, and then he allowed two against the White Sox and Tampa Bay. Um, Baseball Savant, his expected stuff today: .173 WOBA, .133 expected batting average. His launch angle is at a negative, which helps not give up home runs. Um,
Sure.
like we said, 39 plate appearances against this team, .083 average overall. So yeah, just a play that's really hard for me to stay off of.
Yeah, I like it, and y'all see why here in a minute. Like it quite a bit. Not crazy about Wilson's fastball, but he does spot it pretty well. But yeah, his breaking stuff's electric. His off speed stuff's even better. Yeah, really like Reese Olson. I think, and the kid's still 25 years old, so he's still figuring it out as an MLB pitcher, just his third season. But yeah, he's living up to his potential. The ERA just 2.71. So that right off the bat would pique my interest if I was looking at an earn run play like you're giving here. So yeah, good stuff, man. I like it. And we have the, like you said, the good head to head history. That's always a nice little added feather in our cap for a earn run play, though. Yeah, good find, man. I like it.
Very nice. What's your play for the day?
Yeah, piggybacking off of Wade, let's go with that same game. Let's go Toronto, Detroit under 8.5. And I got that plus 100. It's pretty much plus 100 everywhere. I think you can get minus 122 or so if you want to buy that onto nine. I like playing these totals on the opener. They don't have all lines available when I play them. So that's why I was stuck with the 8.5. Still like it quite a bit, mainly because of, the guy you just mentioned, Reese Olson's just been lights out against the Blue Jays. Had another fantastic outing against them back on May 17th. Picks 6 innings of shutout ball in that, racked up 6 Ks. That was actually when he got his right ring finger hurt. Was in that game, so then he missed the whole month of June, I think it was. But he's been rolling ever since he come back from the IL. I don't really see anything scary, as far as the injury goes. I think it's in the rearview mirror at this point. He's just dominated this Blue Jays offense, like you talked about. And then on the other side, our other guy, Eric Lauer. I mean, not a lot of guys know him. He was mainly a bullpen guy coming out of spring training. But man, he's been one of the most consistent starters for this Blue Jays squad. I mean, lanky little lefty there, but he's 5-2, ERA just 2.80 over his 15 appearances. He's given up 3 earned runs or fewer in all 5 of his last starts against the Giants, White Sox, Angels, Red Sox, and Guardians, respectively. Tigers offense does scare me a little bit, but they've just been in the cellar here lately. They're not really doing much. We saw yesterday
Mm.
they only get 1 run against the lowly Pirates. They only scored 6 runs total in that whole 3 game set against Pittsburgh. So yeah, this thing's a shade too high in my book. Detroit's bullpen not nearly as good as last season, but Toronto's bullpen been lights out. Second in baseball, K minus BB rate. Love that. Adjust for home and away splits, like I always like to look at. These two teams average just 8.65 runs per game, which is a shade over the 8.5 number, but I adjusted that down 20%, down to around 7 runs, just because I'm pretty high on Olson and pretty high on Lauer. So give me the under there in the Motor City tonight, Wade. That's where I'm at.
I like it. I like it.
Okay.
I looked at the model. The model does have this right around 8,
Yep.
so I think it's critical to get the 8.5 or 8 if you want to
Sure.
stick with 8. But it is right over. The model does have it slightly over 8, so I think 8.5 would be
8.5.
fantastic. I think if you get 9 for
Nice.
under maybe like 135, I would take it. But if
Yeah.
it's over like 140 or something, I probably would just go with the stick with the 8.5. That 9 is a critical number though, so
Yeah, it is.
if you can eat the juice, maybe eat the juice, but
Absolutely.
I love the plus money. I love backing both of these pitchers. As we'll see, that's gonna dive right into my next play. Um, gonna go give out the other pitcher, Eric Lauer. Been riding
Yeah.
him the last few starts, and it's been
Go.
profitable, so I think we can stay right there. Eric Lauer under 2.5 earned runs was able to get that at minus 130 over on Profit X was the best price. It's been kind of moving down all day. It's 155 other books, 170 a couple other books. Pretty good price here. He's cashed 3 straight against the Giants, White Sox, and the Angels. Um, he's only gone over twice this season, so he's under actually in 7 of his 9 games this year that he started. There's a bunch of other games that he's kind of came in and either somebody started before him and he came in, but some of those games he even went deep and he still did not go over this in 2 of his other road starts. He went, I believe, 3.1 and like 2.1. He only gave up, I think, 2 or 3 total hits in those games and did not give up any runs in those games. So he's been pretty steady on the road. I know his ERA is slightly more on the road than it is at home, but it's still all pretty good. He's flirting right around a 3 ERA if I can recall. Um, did not have that. I do not have that up on my board right now, and for some reason,
No, you're right. It
Outlier
is
sometimes
2.8.
doesn't like to
Right
have the
on.
pitchers. Is it
2.8. Yeah, 2.8
2.8? Yeah.
ERA. Very good. Good job.
Yeah, 2.8. I think his road ERA is 3. For some reason, Outlier just doesn't want to put some pitchers up all their
Oh,
entire
yeah,
like
you just
data
want to
profile.
remove
Maybe
one there.
because he's not a full-time starter yet. They're not doing that.
Maybe.
But there's reasons why I like this. Last
Yeah, you're
30
right.
days against the
3.0.
left-handed pitchers on the road, yeah, 3.0. I still
Yeah.
think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Detroit against left-handed pitchers the last 30 days. They're ranked 25th in average, hitting 213, 18th on base percentage, 27th in slugging, 25th in WRC plus at a 77.14, and their BABIP is 25th, .258. His expected stuff is okay today. Expected batting average .306. Expected WOBA .379. He's got 36 play appearances against this team, 382 average. But look, he went what 40 pitches his last start against them earlier this season. He had 5 strikeouts, only allowed 1 earned run. I just like what he's put together. I like the fact that the Tigers are kind of struggling at this time. And the last piece of data that I really like is that 7 straight left-handed pitchers have stayed under this line against him, and 9 of the last 11 have been under against the Tigers. So they're just not putting it together against left-handed pitchers, and I will run him back out here today.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, a couple of things I look for may sound kind of basic when I'm evaluating a starting pitcher. K rate and walk rate, the two basic things they can control. You can control kind of your strikeouts with your stuff, and then you can control your walks by throwing the ball to the daggum plate. Both these, Lauer very good at 81st percentile K rate, 75th percentile walk rate. That's impressive, man, for a guy that's not really been much of a starter. It's weird what they've done with him. 2022, he was a full time starter, and they moved him to the pen, and they decided to bring him back out. Yeah, it's just weird. We missed all of last year. I guess he was hurt, but yeah, like Lauer quite a bit. The stuff's there. Um, Spots that fastball really well. Only throws about 92. But it's just weird. Some of these lefties, they can get away with throwing it a little slower as long as they're hitting their spots. Kind of like the old good old days with Tom Glavine. Always bring him up. He
Yeah.
never threw that hard, but just painting those corners and then his breaking stuff's good too. Got a cutter, got a curve, got a slider, all good stuff. So another good find here. I got a good feeling that tripling up on this game is going to pay off for the dueling aces today. Let's go.
We'll see, man, because obviously we did not talk
Fingers
before this
crossed.
game. Yeah, well, we did not talk before this game, so we did not know
Well,
what each other was
exactly.
taking. So I think we'll be okay. And
Yeah.
then I go ahead and give out a bonus play here after
Woo.
after we run the promo. But hey, sports fans, are you looking for free daily sports betting picks and the hottest promo codes for sports books in your state? Check out eatwatchbet.com, bettersinsider.com, or hellorookie.com, your ultimate one-stop shops for winning sports picks and unbeatable deals. Dive into free daily articles packed with expert predictions, best bets, and tips to help you make smarter bets. Plus, we've got links to exclusive promo codes for every major sportsbook in your state. Why miss out on free money? Make sure to come over and check out eatwatchbet.com, bettersinsider.com, and hellorookie.com now and take your sports betting game to the next level. We got any we got any new promo codes yet for upcoming football season, or we gotta wait for the juicier ones to come out?
Yeah, not yet. We're still rolling with a few. Bet 365 and DK both still rolling out the bet five. Get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Means your bet does not have to win, which is nice. But yeah, if I was one of y'all, I'd wait. A lot of times we'll see them trickling in 1st of August. So maybe check back next Friday. We might have some intel on some new ones. They'll usually hopefully
Nice.
bump those up to 200, 250, maybe even 300 again by the time NFL rolls around in September. A lot of them will want to get the jump on it though, and they'll go ahead and beef them up in August just because they know a few of us degenerates do play NFL preseason, sadly enough. But yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Let's
Yeah.
get on to the bonus play. What do you got
Yeah,
for
let's
us here?
jump right into the bonus here. We're gonna
Yeah, let's
do
do it.
another earned run, so let's see if we can. Last time we ran out 3 earned run plays, did not go very well. So I think we're due for some redemption today, and it's gonna be
Hey,
Yasai Kikuchi for the Angels to go under 2.5 earned runs. You can get that right now. Best line looks like -125 over on Hard Rock. Pretty good price. Some stuff I really like about him, especially at home. His ERA overall for the season. It's pretty decent, 3.13. He's got a 3.90 FIP and a .310 WOBA. At home, he's absolutely been stellar. He allows 1.1 home runs per 9 innings, a 1.98 home ERA, allowing a 1.15 WHIP, 9.2 Ks per nine at home. I thought you might like that.
yeah,
Three point 3.1 walks per nine, which is a little concerning, but he's got a 3.67 FIP at home. He's just been pretty good. He has actually cashed this twice last year against this roster, so he sees them pretty well. He allowed 1 run at home and 0 runs his other game. So both of his starts last year were against them as well, at home. So I just think that's another kicker. And then yeah, I mean at home, another reason why I really like this play is some people may say off it because he has been struggling a little bit. His last 2 starts, he allowed 3 against Arizona and 4 against Texas, but both of those teams he has struggled historically against. Last year, he did not do very well
Sure.
against those teams, and prior to that, he ripped off 8 straight games where he allowed 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, and 0. So 4 of those starts, he allowed 0. 6 of those starts, he allowed 1 prior to those last 2 games. I think it's a good bounce back spot for him. Seattle's ranked 29th the last 30 days in average against left-handed pitchers, batting 193. Their BABIP is also dead last at 194. Their WRC plus is right middle of the league, but their on base percentage is 26 in the last 30 days, just .271. So I just think overall he's got a good spot to bounce back. I know his last start at Philadelphia, he allowed 2 earned runs, so he already kind of got back on the right groove. So I like the fact that he went against a very dangerous team that we just saw light up Giolito yesterday. And he went and cashed against a very tough roster. I think that will boost his momentum to come back home and have another good start.
Yeah, Kikuchi. Yeah, I really like this play. I was close to betting it with you. Just couldn't quite get there. But man, yeah, he's cashed for me a couple times. This under 2.5. It's a good line for him. I'm a big median guy. I'm simple fifth grade math, median mode.
Yeah.
That simple kindergarten stuff. But his median's 2, so that right off the bat tells me there's a little bit of value there, especially at this decent juice, not overly juiced or anything. But we gotta love his career numbers too against Seattle. 28.3% K rate against
Mm.
Seattle. And I thought when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's got to be small sample size. Looked it up. Nope, 99 career plate appearances against these guys. So my goodness, they just hadn't been able to figure them out. Here's some good numbers for it: 36% K rate against the Rosarena, 50% against J Rod, Julio Rodriguez, 28.6% against Solano. So yeah, really like this play, Wade. I think it's definitely pretty sweet for a bonus play. Yeah, like
I
it
know
quite a
why
bit.
you didn't get to the strikeouts, but I'm kind of
Yeah,
surprised you didn't. Now I know
close.
Seattle's only they're striking out fifth least to left-handed pitchers the last 30, but for the season they're striking out the 23rd most. And
Yeah,
last season he had 9 and 8 on these guys. Like I think I've seen people
yeah.
on his under strikeouts today, so I'm not. I thought about taking his like 5. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think he can. I think he can go and get 8 again today though with just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
matchup
Like I
and
said,
just those
I
strikeout
set my
numbers are crazy. You were just reading off.
yeah, I set my lines the night before, and that way I don't have any bias. Like I like to set them before I see the lines. And the thing that kills me is his median this year is just 5, but I bumped it up to 6.5 just because Seattle
Mhm.
historically struggles against the
His
left.
I really want his
And
4, which is why I haven't
so
pulled the
I
trigger on
set
5.
it at
His
six
4
and
is
a half.
like minus 1,000 because his 4 is
Yeah,
his key number. If we
yeah,
kinda like to talk about magic
yeah,
numbers,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
4 is his magic number. If you look at for this season at least, that's why his median has
yeah.
dropped a little bit. He's got a handful of games where he's landed on 4 at home.
Correct. Yep.
So I think his Ks is risky, but guys, look at that. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hitters are over
Yeah.
20%, 6 are
I
over
know.
25%, 5 are over 30%.
Yeah. I was
Gosh.
really close to taking over. I could have got over 5.5 at minus 167 at Ballybet early this
Ah,
morning.
such an ugly line.
As soon as I go to put it in, they move it to 175. It's like, nah, I can't
Mm,
pay that. So I
yeah,
just
you
kind of
can't pay
closed
that.
it over. I had it loaded and it kind of passed. I don't like laying anything over minus 150 typically, but yeah, I
Well, I
think
guess
there's like,
we'll see if we missed out on a good opportunity to jump on Kikuchi. 'Cause,
we will.
it looks like a good one. I think Lauer also looks like he could have some strikeouts today against the Blue Jays. That's a really heavy public play, though, so I'd be careful taking him to get 5 strikeouts. I think if you guys want, maybe put Lauer as, like, 4 strikeouts in a parlay, but
Yeah.
I've said
Yeah.
that before, and then the guy will go out there and get 7 strikeouts, so whatever, but we'll do a
Never.
quick rundown and get out of here because I know Mike's got a quick, heart out here, so got the Mike gave out the Tigers and Blue Jays to go under 8.5 total runs today. If you guys can find under 9.5, go ahead and snag that. But we get some plus money today on under 8.5. So I am absolutely loving the plus 100 you can still get on markets right now. And then I gave out 3 under earned run plays, both in the Tigers Blue Jays, Reese Olson and Eric Lauer to both go under 2.5 earned runs. And then the Los Angeles Angels, Yasai Kikuchi to go under 2.5 earned runs today against the Seattle Mariners. I appreciate you, Mike, once again. Let's get back yesterday's
Oh,
losers and hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow.
yeah. It'll be good.